live?
No, they're not. We're not live yet. Oh, now we're live. Yeah,
Hi, everyone.
you're live. There's no one in there yet, though. This is my mom. On my refrigerator, I wrote "Mama Millions." Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to tonight's California EDD Q&A Unemployment Live. I'm sure tonight we'll be covering pending payments, work search, the new pay now conditional payments, and whatever else you have questions about. I used to do these at 6 p.m. and then I've been doing them at 9, but my mom's getting tired, and so we're probably going to be in bed by 9. So here we are now. But since I'm going early and it was unannounced, that means that there's probably a better chance of you getting your question answered. So, hi, Manuel. He says hi.
Hi.
She has trouble reading and hearing. So if it sounds like I'm yelling and being mean to her, it's just because she can't hear, and she probably can't read your comments, but she would love to hear them anyway. And say thank you to the people that gave you like donations on your birthday so you could bet on horses.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. That's fun.
How old are you now?
74.
74.
You're supposed to ask me now.
Oh, sorry. I shouldn't ask a lady her age. She had the second word. We don't say the thing, but I just point to my arm. Apparently I accidentally said it yesterday though. This is my mom, who ironically, her name is Jenny with a J, Jenny, unlike Jenny Silver, whose name apparently I say incorrectly. She has been on live with me before on Thanksgiving. We went live because I didn't want anybody to be alone on Thanksgiving. Okay, but let's do your questions. Let's see here. So Fernando wants to know, I would like to know when you can get backdated to December 6th isn't working anymore. December 6th is supposed to work. So if you're having trouble and you're not able to backdate all the way to December 6th, I would use the I'm a little distracted. I would email your assembly member and let them know that you're having trouble with getting your claim backdated and seeing if they can take it all the way back to December 6th. That is the most current information that I have heard. So the link on how to find your assembly member is in the description down below. Everybody says hi some more. So say
Hi.
Hi. Okay. And I'm on a wobbly table, and like this is like my kitchen and the lighting's not as good, but I wanted to fit both of us in the frame. Look at her little Bert and Ernie shirt. Like, how cute is she? Did I give you that one? I don't know. She gets a lot of shirts for free for the movie theater. Myra, you certify on 8/1. Will the work search requirement have my weeks in pending? This is a great question to lead off tonight's Q&A. So work search really isn't the issue that's causing your claims to be pending right now. It is most likely due to quarterly review. And so quarterly reviews happen on the EDD end. It doesn't have to do with when your unemployment claim quarter is up. It has to do with every quarter at the EDD. So April, July, then if it's April, May, June, July, August, September. So September, October is going to be the next quarterly review if we're still on unemployment then. So every time those months roll around, if your claim is older than a year, you're going to get caught in a quarterly review. So that is most likely what's causing your pending issue. Now, the EDD has that new Pay Now conditional payments program for claims that have been pending longer than 2 weeks. And this is just a theory of mine, okay? So if you just certified yesterday and you're showing 2 weeks pending, but the EDD may not realize you've been pending for 2 weeks because the first day that your pending status shows up was yesterday. So I'm thinking it's going to have to be pending 2 weeks from yesterday before the EDD realizes that it's pending for 2 weeks. And that's why I have the claimer link once again pinned as the top comment, because if you want to ensure that you get paid faster than that because of a quarterly review, then you're probably still going to need to call the EDD. And even under the Pay Now conditional payment program that the EDD is rolling out, they have until, I want to say it's either September 15th or September 30th. So after all of the unemployment extensions end is when they have to wrap up all the issues with unemployment. Mom, you've been in the government system like many times on welfare and Social Security and VA. Like, what is your experience with the government getting you paid correctly?
Oh, God, next to zero.
Next to zero. Well, can you say something a little bit more hopeful to people?
Now, there's some issues that get resolved fairly quickly, but it just depends on the system that you're dealing with. I mean, Social Security is not the same as VA. VA is the worst.
VA, the Veterans Affairs?
Veterans Affairs.
Yeah. What do you think of all this with the EDD, that all the people are struggling getting paid?
I think it's horrible. I think that we have learned a lot, though, and I'm not surprised because it's just too big. People have high expectations, but they weren't at all prepared for this, and they have struggled to figure out a way to survive the mess themselves.
Aren't you proud of people for getting through?
Yes.
What about...
And I'm glad people have made progress, and I'm very glad that they've started this new payment plan, but it scares me a little bit because I hope that it doesn't cause problems where people have to pay back.
Right. So she's talking about like this overpayment issue, because conditional payments mean that they're going to pay you before they correctly determine if you're eligible for benefits. So they're still going to hold your phone interviews with you. And this is true even if you return back to work. It could be months later when they call you after you've gone back to work to have your determination phone interview. And if at that time they determine that you weren't eligible for benefits, they could then hit you with an overpayment notice, and they could potentially garnish your tax return and all sorts of things. So hopefully that won't happen. Now, remember, you can still request an overpayment waiver. My mom has also had to request some waivers through the VA, and that has not necessarily gone well either. How much money are you waiting on from the VA?
About $5,000, but that's pretty much not going to happen.
Right. And that's not going to happen. How long have you been waiting on the $5,000?
10 years.
10 years.
I've been fighting appeal after appeal after appeal.
But if you guys get an overpayment notice, you can file an overpayment waiver. And to qualify for the overpayment waiver, the overpayment has to be no fault of your own, which it wouldn't be if the EDD is just paying you automatically. And it would have to create a financial hardship for the EDD to collect those funds. So I think it would put most people in a financial hardship if you had to repay those funds. So I think that your chances of getting the overpayment waiver approved would be pretty high. And you had waivers that were approved, but the thing is, like, she wasn't really overpaid. They just like miscalculated something. And that's a whole long story that we don't have time to get into tonight because I want to make sure to get to some of your questions. Okay, so the next question is from Casper Ghost. Oh, it just says, thanks for being my mom. And of course, I've lost my place, but here we go. Oh, hi, Ernie. Ernie also, he was the very first person to ever donate to the channel, and he gave me gas money to come see you.
Fantastic. Thank you.
So thank you, everyone. You know, whatever ways you support the channel, I really appreciate it. My mom really appreciates it because oftentimes she benefits from it. And so just thank you. Okay, Mr. Lopez says, I'm 3 weeks pending. I'm at $358. My claim ended last Sunday, 7/18. The funny part is that it says continue to certify on 8/1 of 2021. So if your benefit year has ended, if you don't have enough wages in the last 18 months, not 1 year, not 12 months, 18 months, if you don't have enough wages to qualify for a new unemployment claim, they are going to keep you on your existing claim and add the extensions to that. However, with the 3 weeks pending, that is most likely quarterly review. The first claim started getting hit with quarterly review on the week ending, I want to say it was July 9th that we certified on the 10th. Let me pull up a calendar really quick so I tell you guys correctly when that started. July 10th was the week ending, and then July 11th was when we certified for that week. So that would put you kind of right in that time frame. It's probably due to quarterly review, although your claim's not older than a year. Anyway, do continue to certify. With those pending weeks, it might automatically switch to paid with the new conditional payment pay now program. But keep in mind that the EDD has until at least mid-September to complete the rollout of that program. So if you definitely need your money faster, you may still need to call the EDD. And I hate saying that, but unfortunately that's the reality. How about you, Mom? Do you trust the government to fix the things that they say they will?
No, but sometimes they do a pretty good job, and I think people are gonna be okay with this if they do get paid and then find out they can't. I think they're gonna come out pretty good on that.
All right. Okay, so now let me scroll back up to where I lost my place. You guys, even if you don't normally like my content, please like it since my mom's here. Love says only got one check instead of two. So you only got paid for 1 week instead of 2. If so, that could be a couple things. It could be that your benefit year is ending and 1 week was within your benefit year and the second week is outside of your benefit year. Or it could be that you only had enough of a claim balance to cover 1 week of payments, and then the second week is going to fall on the next extension. And they are pretty good about automatically rolling people over into the next extension. Okay, let's see here. Where are we going? I want to train my mom to be my assistant, and pay her for it. But since she has trouble reading and she's a little old, so I'm not sure she can figure out the computer part. She sure does a good job playing computer games, though. Hi, Diamond Pikachu. Okay, Susie, your sister sent in paperwork they needed because they just qualified her for I don't know what. That was in April, and they said they still don't see anything. What does she do? So in her case, the assembly members have been very helpful in getting these claims paid. So definitely check out the link in the description of this video for, I think it says find your rep. That will find your assembly member, and oftentimes once they get involved, they can help get you paid faster. So have your sister email her assembly member. Okay. And YSN says my claim has gotten closed and I reopened it and I wasn't able to certify since June. Now I'm able to, but my payments are still pending. So again, the EDD is supposed to release those pending payments as long as you've already received at least one payment for them, but they have until the middle of September to complete that. I gotta look again because it might actually be the end of September. So, you can either try calling the EDD or enlist the help of your assembly member to try and get you paid faster. And I really hate that. I don't work for the EDD. I know that sometimes you guys are like, Shelly, all you do is tell people to call the EDD. And it's true, because although I can kind of tell you what's going on with your claim, if it's normal, if it's not normal, unfortunately, I don't have any actual way to physically fix your claim. But if I can help keep you calm or give you good advice, then I'm happy to do that. Okay. Alex says, when I certified today, there was no place to put in my work search. And that's okay. Remember that the EDD didn't even send out some letters until starting yesterday. So probably a lot of people have not received their letter with their work search requirements. And for a lot of claimants, it's optional to put in their work search anyway. The big thing you want to remember is to answer yes to did you look for work. Now, a lot of you also want to know if on that new work search screen, it is okay to answer no, I'll keep track in a different method, or I'll record my work searches in a different way instead of listing them online. That should be okay. That shouldn't cause your claim to get stuck on pending. But if you want to be extra safe and just be sure, I would slightly favor, if you can, going ahead and listing those work searches online. I think that's the best way. So answering yes and then listing them through UI online, but it's harder to list the activities online. So if you've updated your resume, there's not like an easy way to enter that online. It's much easier if you've actually applied to a job or looked on a website to enter the information that way. The SS of Fruits and Nuts says, hit the thumbs up. Yes, thank you for that reminder. People are saying hello again. Hi. All right. Carolina says, just received a new EDD customer account number for my new claim. Do I have to do a new email for my new claim? Be very careful with that. Usually it's actually the same account number. That's why kind of at the beginning of this, people were having information reference from back in like 2007, even though it was 2020. Kind of once your unemployment account number, always your unemployment account number. So even though it might say that it's a new claim number, it actually should be the same account number. Hi, I love podcast. And Jonathan says, do you think unemployment will be extended with the cases going up again? Unfortunately, I don't. I just think that they're pushing so hard for everybody to get this, because we don't say the words, I'm just pointing. I think that that's the route that they're going. There was a lot of criticism for shutting everything down for as long as it was. Even yesterday, I read an article about a restaurant that's not requiring, masking and things like that. There are still a lot of people that are against shutting down again. And shutting down again, it does hurt small businesses. It does make things difficult. It keeps us safe. But they're saying that doing this will also keep us safe. So that's really what they seem to be focusing on, especially with a recall election coming up. I just don't see us shutting down again. So I would not count on any extensions. If they're available and we get them, that would be lovely. That would be nice. I personally think they're needed, but I don't want to lead anybody on and get their hopes up, because there's not talks for that, especially on the federal level. California, if our unemployment rate is high, we might still be able to have the Fed Ed program available, but that's only if you meet the earnings requirements and if you had a regular unemployment claim to start off with. If you had the self-employment PUA gig economy unemployment, unfortunately, at least as of right now, there is not an extension available. So that's also coming up a lot, is when does the $300 end? So the $300 weekly boost ends the week ending September 4th, which at this point is just under 6 weeks away. So that is not very much more time. And it's not just the $300 weekly boost that goes away. Even if you have a claim balance, if you're on PUA unemployment, if you're on the PEUC extension, if you're on any part of that PEUC extension, the reps sometimes call PEUX, PEUY. Under payment type, it's listed as Extension Tier 2 or Extension Tier 2 Augmentation. All of that ends the week ending September 4th. The only programs that go past September 4th is if you're either in the first 26 weeks of a new claim, if you got that delayed new claim payment letter after you filed a new claim, and if you meet the earnings requirements for Fed Ed. If it's not any of those situations, unfortunately, at least right now, there's not anything else available. Okay. Manuel says, you and your wife received letters about work search starting. Yeah, work search has begun. It officially begins once you get that letter. So make sure that you answer yes to did you look for work. Jackson says, do I know if EDD sent the conditional program notice to everyone or just claimants that have actual potential eligibility issues? I have no eligibility issues, but I still got notice. That's interesting. I am not sure about that. You're the first one to tell me. So you don't have any pending payments or anything like that, and you got the notice. A lot of times the EDD does send out their information just to everyone as a blanket statement. For example, when it was originally telling everyone to file for a new claim, it said on the bottom, like if you're PUA unemployment, you can kind of ignore this. But it said that regardless of if you had a PUA claim or if you didn't have a PUA claim. So oftentimes they do just kind of send things out as a blanket statement. Lauren says, you called EDD after you got your email for the work search. You're on PUA and no new work search questions yet. They told me to answer yes to record my work search activities online. It's optional, I thought. It's supposed to be optional to record it online, but I do think it's slightly better if you can to go ahead and list them online if you can. Some of the activities like updating a resume, which is an acceptable work search activity, it's harder to fit that neatly into the little boxes that the EDD wants. Something like that would need to be kept in a notebook. Are you getting tired? No? Okay. Are you bored? You are? If I'm boring you, I'm probably boring them. Oh my goodness. Hey, can you guys send like emojis of puppies or something for my mom to brighten up her, I don't know, so she's not bored? Oh, thank you, FMF, for the $2 donation. You said my balance reaches 0 next week. I'm on tier 2. Okay, so there is another extension after tier 2. It's just called extension tier 2 augmentation. That's the extension that's going to take you through the week ending September 4th. So after your balance hits 0 next week, it will be very normal and common if you even see a message that says maximum benefits paid. So if you get the maximum benefits paid message, don't worry about that. In about 5 business days after your claim hits 0, you should get a notice letting you know that you're eligible for the next PEUC extension. And it's going to say that it's for 29 weeks. It's not going to be for 29 weeks. It's only going to take you through the week ending September 4th, but it should take you through then. It should all happen automatically. And right about the time you get that notice, letting you know that you're eligible for that extension and the EDD has put you on it automatically, that is when you should see your next date to certify. And as long as you see the next date you can certify, that is a good sign. Okay. Spider-Man, I have not seen you in here forever. Wait, what's what supposed to mean? I got to scroll up to find your comment. Hi, Jeff. Jeff, this is my mom. Jeff's my real friend from San Francisco. Like, these are all my friends, but I haven't like met you in person. You know what I mean? But Jeff's like from before all this stuff. Okay, and all right. So I'm kind of scrolling around. Are there emojis of puppies so that my mom doesn't get bored yet? Okay. Oh, you're in Massachusetts. Wow, you like moved during the pandemic. All right. Oh, hi, Becca. I'm so glad we all went to Burning Man. Jeff's wife led our Burning Man camp, and they're getting rid of their storage because they just closed on a new condo. So congratulations. TRL, hello. How long does it take for the EDD to send my new address to the Bank of America so I can get a new card? I'm not sure it works like that. I would call Bank of America and let them know of the address change versus doing it through the EDD. All right, thank you, TRL. Thank you. Oh, Kat sent a picture. Look, Mom, her name is Kat, and she sent dog emojis because I asked. Do you see that?
Oh.
All of them, yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just kind of scrolling around. I'm not sure if I'm going to go the full hour tonight because I don't want to be rude to my mom. TRL says claimer scheduled me for a second callback from EDD on Tuesday at 8 a.m. Yeah, so they will do that. If your call gets dropped, and thank you, VM90X. Thank you. Oh, Michelle. That's actually my name. Shelly's short for Michelle, but I don't have the hyphen. But my middle name does have a hyphen. Okay, let's see here. Oh, look. Tatiana sent emojis. Ooh, Lizette sent oh, I love podcasts. I knew that even before I clicked. Thank you. Somebody else donated $20 for you.
Oh, thank you.
All right. You guys do not have to do that. I'll give that money to her. And thank you so much. She'll enjoy it. She's very much looking forward to the senior center opening back up. She got this thing, and she was like, if I don't get this thing, what if my friends don't want to sit with me at the senior center? Seniors have been incredibly lonely throughout this. I was even scared to like visit her at the beginning, and then she can't hear, so she hears better if I have the mask off. But like, that made me so nervous. Like, I was like, I need to be keeping the mask on, but I need to talk to my mom so she can hear me. Oh, it was a mess. Okay. Teriyaki says, thank you for the donation. My benefit year ended this last week. Will I need to reapply for a new claim? By the way, I didn't make enough wages as I was on unemployment. So here's the tricky thing. But remember, they're not just going back for a year, they're going to go back for 18 months. And even if they make you file a new claim, you're not necessarily going to qualify for the new claim, especially if you haven't done any work since you first filed your unemployment claim. But if you have any wages for like that 6 months before you filed for unemployment benefits, they may ask you to file a new claim. So they're supposed to do it automatically for you if they can tell that you're not going to have enough wages to qualify. That's one of the things I have not seen work very successfully. So I really hate to say this. I really, really do. But if you can, call them and ask them, hey, my benefit year is ending. Do I need to file a new claim? And if they say yes, ask them if they can help you file a new claim online not online, over the phone with them while you're on the phone with them. That way, if you have any questions that come up while you're filing the new claim, they can help you with it. And make sure to say, I haven't earned any wages since I first filed my new claim. And then sometimes if you do get stuck pending, and actually maybe wait until you get stuck pending to actually do any of that. Because I know it's hard to get through the EDD, which is why I don't love recommending that. Also, if you do get stuck pending, you could email your assembly member and ask them for help to get the claim moving again. And VM90X, thank you for the donation. Oh, you guys don't have to donate just because my mom's here. I'm gonna have to go to the bank. So what I'm gonna have to do. Okay, let's get started again. Thank you for the donation. Got your EDD letter today. It doesn't list how many times per week I need to search. I normally do 3. Can I just do 1 per week? Here's what I recommended in another video. I haven't ever seen them require that you do more than 3 work searches a week. If you've been doing 3 a week already, I would recommend to continue doing 3. Something else that I'm really nervous about is I'm nervous that, maybe for really good reasons, you're not looking for work just yet. But come September, I'm worried that they're not going to extend the programs. And there's still over 12 million of us in the state of California who are getting unemployment benefits. So I get nervous that September is going to roll around and there's not going to be any more benefits left. And then 12 million of us are all going to be looking for jobs at the same time. And it's going to be a really difficult market to find a job in. And even though there's all these help wanted signs now, it's still a difficult time to get a job in. So I would recommend doing the 3 work searches a week. And then that way, for sure that you're covered. To my knowledge, it's only regular unemployment claims who are in their first 26 weeks who even might be able to only do 1. As far as I know, all of the extensions want you to do 3. The only one that I'm not sure about is PUA unemployment. Those letters I haven't really seen yet. If you're a PUA unemployment claim and you got your letter and it tells you how many work searches you need to do, please let me know that in the chat. Okay, you guys are so sweet. I really appreciate all of you. Okay, so Michelle says, please read my question regarding reappealing or reapplying. Let me scroll up. Spider-Man, thank you for the butterflies. It's so good to see you in here as well. Jeff, thank you for the donation. You're such a sweetie. Thank you so much. Jeff's my friend. He did not need to do that. Although, I let you guys stay at my house recently. We all went to breakfast. That was a lovely time, though. I think you got me breakfast as well. So that was the payment for that. not that you need to pay your friends when you stay with them or what. I don't know. Anyway, sometimes I put my foot in my mouth. I am looking for your question, Michelle. Change of address must be done through EDD oh, nope, you're helping people. Michelle, can you, for bingo, Mom, the $20 that VM90 gave you is for bingo.
Okay, thank you.
She will spend that, but hopefully win it back. It's been rough because like she loves bingo and it's all been closed. Michelle, can you type your question one more time? I'm so sorry. You guys, since this is a little bit willy-nilly, I do normally recommend waiting 15 minutes before posting your question, but since this is just a little bit more loosey-goosey, I'll skip around. Somebody says that horse racing hurts horses. I am an animal lover, and there were a lot of horses that died at Santa Anita last year, and it's tricky. The same is true with zoos. I don't know what to do about that. Horse racing hurts the horses. But zoos aren't good for animals either. Like, they ship these animals that are not native to the areas. Although my friend used to work at the zoo, and he says that like a lot of the zoo animals, not all of them, but a lot are like animals that were like injured and left on the street, and the zoos help rehabilitate them. I'm sure that's not true with the horse races. We don't go a lot, and that is something that concerns me. I'm not blind to, I don't know. Sometimes like, I don't know, it's tricky. And I like doing stuff with her that she likes. Okay. All right, we'll do Michael's question while I'm waiting for Michelle to retype her question. So Michael says, you're Fed Ed and your claim balance went to 0. You called and they said it should be extended until September 4th, but didn't see any claim balance change. How many days does it take? Your claim balance is going to stay at 0 all the way until you certify again. So it will be a good sign if you see the next date you can certify. If you don't see the next date you can certify, after about 5 days after the claim balance hits 0, that's when I would be concerned and consider calling the EDD. Mom, Scotty says hi. Scotty works at Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, hi.
You like Chuck E. Cheese, huh?
I like Chuck E. Cheese.
Should we go there again?
I like the game.
She likes the games. Yeah. Are the games still good? The animatronic characters, the last time I went, they had seen some better days. Okay, let's see here. No, she's ridden horses when she was little, but we do not know. My mom lives in a trailer, my grandma's trailer that we inherited because we lost ours because we couldn't afford it. And yeah, so no horses. And I rode a horse once and I think I'm good now. I'm good. It was kind of scary. My horse, it felt like it was running. It was really just walking. And like, I was like, stop, because it was not supposed to be going anywhere yet. And they were like, horses don't understand stop. You have to pull the reins. And I was like, lady, I'm pulling the reins and I'm saying stop, and the horse is doing neither. So yeah, that's my experience riding horses. So, and then they had to switch me to an old horse, and he was good. Like, he knew the route. He wasn't trying to walk. But that other horse, like, they had to like cut up the man who like ran the horse riding place, had to like get on his horse and like cut my horse off. It was scary. I didn't like it. And my mom said that when she was little, she got stuck in the mud on a horse that didn't want to walk through the lake or something. Here, while I find a question.
I got thrown off multiple times and got hurt.
Okay. So Kareem says, how is EDD asking for proof of job search? So here's the thing. You're either going to list it online, and that's going to count as proof, or you need to, quote unquote, document it in another manner. You can do that in a notebook. You can do that on an Excel spreadsheet. You can do it in a Word document. You can do it in your little notes app on your phone. If you keep track in another method, the EDD might ask you later to show your proof of your work search activities. So if you do it if you can do it online, I recommend going ahead and doing it online. But that's for more traditional searches like applying to a specific job or looking on a specific website to see if they're hiring. And then if they are or aren't, that's pretty easy to enter online. If you're doing something like updating your resume or attending a networking event, that's more when I would document it by one of the other methods. If you use a different method, please include the date, what kind of work search activity you completed, and the outcome. So if it's on Sunday, July 25th, was the date, I updated my resume, outcome, I sent it to my mom to proofread, but she hasn't given it back to me yet. That would be your work search activity. And some unemployment claims, I believe it's just Fed Ed, but I'm getting sporadic reports that it's other types of claims as well. It's actually telling them that they must list their searches online versus using another method. Aaron says, I started pinning on 7/10. I just started to do the new work search questions. Should I get paid out now for the new weeks? So pinning on 7/10 is most likely due to quarterly review. And quarterly review, the EDD does have that new conditional payments, the Pay Now program. But so here's what I'm thinking. So even if you certified on the 11th for the week ending the 10th and you have 2 weeks pending, it may not register with the EDD until right now that you've had 2 weeks pending, and then they have up until like the middle of September to pay everyone who's pending. So it can still take a little while for it to clear up on its own. And so if you want to get your claim moving faster, the best way to do that might still be to call, or since you've been pending 3 weeks, another good option might be to reach out to your assembly member. Maddie B is going to start a doing business as part of your job search. That's perfectly fine. Totally do that. That would 100% count. Why are we saying yay to Daniel Finn? Martha Page says, oh, stopping in to say hello. All right. Well, thank you, Martha. And it's my mom. Niners Country's fireworks, since my mom is with me. Yay. We need to get some fireworks started. Like I like to tell you, there's always fireworks in my neighborhood. Do you hear the fireworks? There's not any right this second, but do you hear fireworks when you stay over?
No.
Well, that's good. Okay. Thank you, VM90X, for breaking that like button. And Michelle, I'm still looking for your question. Love Angel says, Love Angela says, I got an MEUC determination letter that I'm approved, but only paid from February 2nd, 2021. They paid me 19 weeks of the boost, but I'm a bit confused. Is the $100 going to be permanent? That's so weird that they didn't go back all the way to the week ending December 27th, or the week beginning December 27th is when it should have been eligible. But I'm so happy that you got all those payments. 19 payments is still a lot of the extra $100 amount. That's going out a little earlier than I anticipated, so that's great. And yes, that extra $100 is also good through the week ending September 4th. I'm changing the position of the camera a little bit. I'm sitting funny. So, and like, this is my kitchen, my lovely kitchen, guys. It's messy. I don't know. These are all my notes that I do for like I have a whiteboard up there that I do for my YouTube.
And you
channel.
say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. My mom's like, I'm over this. All right. Say thank you. Tell them all that you hope that their pending claims get paid and that they don't have any more trouble on their unemployment claim.
Oh, I'm hoping you don't have any trouble when you get it soon and everybody lives great.
Aw. All right. So that's it for my mom. I'll stay on for a few more minutes. Thank you guys for being understanding about me going earlier tonight and all of that. You guys really liked it the last time I had my mom on. Oh, look, there's my mop. What the heck do I have up there? My work shirt, I've got my laundry hanging up. Let's move that angle again. Oh no, now it's my dirty count. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, my house is a mess. So you have your choice of views. You have my cleaning supplies or my messy counter. Okay. All right, let's go with messy everything. Okay. D Rain says, will unemployment end? Yes. And I don't think so. I think that a program called Fed Ed, I do think California's unemployment rate will be high enough that we will still qualify for benefits under that program if you meet the earnings requirements and your regular unemployment claim. If you have PUA unemployment, I don't think they're going to extend programs like that. Michelle, you're saying thanks, Mom, but I don't see. I'm still looking for your question, Michelle. Oh, okay, at 11:36. Thank you for the timestamp. I think you hopefully you mean 8:56 and 8:53. I'm scrolling back up, Michelle. Okay, I'm looking for Michelle's question. Someone left little. What are those? Spider-Man. Oh, Michelle left little poodles. That's the kind of dog Jeff has. Only his poodle is black, and its name is Nikki, and it's an awesome little poodle. All right, here we go, Michelle. I'm almost to the 8:56 timestamp. Hi, Ben. Aw, thank you for saying it needs a lot of thumbs up because my mom is with me. I'm blurry. My lighting's not good in here. Still looking for Michelle's question. What the heck is wrong with me? All right, I'm going to try back up to 8:53 because you said 11:53. Oh, here we go. Yes, you were cut off EDD since 12/12 of 20. You sent in your ID and appealed. You finally had an appeal on 7/9. And today your web account said disqualified. I'm confused. Why? Can I reappeal? Yes, you should be able to reappeal, but call them and find out why. And for sure, in your case, reach out to the assembly member and see if they can help. Oh, is it all of the certifications say disqualified or just some of them? Because I know a lot of times some of the disqualifications right now is because, like, if you had to appeal that long ago, chances are your claim's now older than a year old. So it may be caught up wanting with like filing a new claim and all of this. So I would call to see what they tell you. Also 7/9. Have you received the letter from the judge yet that gives you the determination of your appeal? Because they're supposed to send you a letter 10 business days after the appeal to let you know the decision. So, but yes, you should be able to reappeal even if you get a notice that says that they didn't side in your favor, but I hope that's not the case. My mom is adorable. Let's see here. I might just do a couple more questions tonight. Oh, my mom is loudly playing some sort of like casino game in the background. Okay, Detroit Diamond wants me to read his comment. No letter comes. Yeah, Michelle, the letter should have also already arrived by now. I think it's time to get your assembly member involved, and there is a link in the description below on how to do that. And just say, hey, I had my appeal, but now it's saying disqualified. The EDD has not sent me the decision on that appeal. It's been, that's been a lot of days. The 9th, so the 19th would have been 10 days. So it's like 17 days past all of that. B. Nicole says, call the EDD back to back from 8 a.m. to 8:30. You'll get into the queue. Yeah, the morning when they first open is a really good time to try and call. Rasar says, it's crazy how this past 16 months you were on unemployment. If you told me in 2019, sorry. My throat got super dry. Okay. Rasar, if you told me in 2019 that this entire COVID episode would happen and all this stimulus, I would have never believed it. What a crazy year. I completely agree. And something that I say a lot, a good way to describe claimer is kind of like, it is kind of cringe. It's cringe that they needed it. me and Jenny Silver's channel kind of cringe that you guys need us, like that the EDD has not done their job in getting the word out and accurately helping people. Like, so it's just weird. Like, I would have never thought that I would be making YouTube videos about this subject this far into the pandemic. Like, that is it really is insane. In a crazy year. Yes. Okay. Michelle, 3-hour time difference. Oh. So Michelle, do you have an EDD California claim, or do you have an unemployment claim in another state? Because sometimes other states don't even necessarily have assembly members. So if you're in another state, if your unemployment claim is not in California, try your senator, your governor, or your mayor even. Any political official seems to be able to have like a direct route into the unemployment offices to get things moving faster. Yes, Linda, this is not a normal live stream. Yeah. So I had my mom on. I normally go in order for like the first 45 minutes, and then kind of towards these last 15 minutes, I normally skip around. My mom had this thing today. So she's here with me. She's getting kind of tired. So I don't want to like be up, even though she probably wouldn't be able to hear me, but I don't want to be doing this past 9. I'm here for you guys, even though she's here staying with me, and I'm keeping an eye on her. So I want to be here with you guys. This is a different time, but I also want to be okay, with her and like be around if she needs anything. So this is definitely not a normal live stream. But the last time I had my mom on was on Thanksgiving, and you guys really liked it. So hopefully you guys understand. Lily says, be careful. Your card got cloned. Please set up automatic transfers on your EDD debit cards. Log on to that Bank of America card. On the right-hand side, I want to say it says transfer funds. Then you can set up automatic transfers to a regular bank account. Jenny Silver, are you in? My mom, Jenny with a J, was just in here. Oh, you are in. Hold on. I know that my mom can't see you, but I'm going to take my computer. We'll have like a house tour of my messy house. Mom, Jenny Silver, the other girl who does unemployment videos, but she's Jenny with a G. I know you can't see her, but here, say hi. Jenny, this is Mom Wave again.
Hi, Jenny. This is Jenny.
And I can't say the difference.
Thank you.
Aw. All right. Okay. Here's the rest of my kitchen. I've got some rubber ducks and some weird essential oils. And another Banksy art piece and some moth traps and a microwave. And let's see. Okay. So Jenny, it's been a little chaotic because my mom had this thing today. I don't want to say it because YouTube doesn't like it. So we're in my messy kitchen with my cleaning supplies and my apron and my messy fridge that has my other friend's grandma's crock pot on top of it. Hand me down. Okay. Anyway, not a normal live stream tonight. Okay. Javi says, I reapplied because benefit year end. So I reapplied. Then I got an email. I might get an extension and no action is required. My last payment was for weekend 7/18. What happens next? New claim or extension? So the EDD, you already reapplied though. So that's actually good. So next, the whole claim goes into review. That can cause you to go pending for between 2 and 6 weeks. I do know, except that it's clearing up for most people after about 2 weeks when you first file a new claim. So after you file the new claim, it goes to a third party for review, the whole claim, so you won't get paid on the old one or the new one. If you don't qualify for a new claim, they will keep you on the extension. And if you do qualify for that new claim, they'll start you off with a fresh 26 weeks of benefits. And oftentimes, even if they send you the letter regarding, regarding the extension, once your benefit year ends, in most cases, even though the EDD said that they will file a new claim for you if you don't have enough earnings. Jenny, I'm curious like what you think. I haven't seen that be very successful. I've seen most people needing to file a new claim on their own. There are a few people that get a text message that says that you don't need to do anything, but it seems to be like really few and far between. Rich DM, thank you for stopping by. You just missed my mom, and I'm going to quit bugging her. Diana, thank you for the donation. Maybe I'll give them all to my mom tonight. It's so weird because I can't see you guys, but like I totally just feel like I'm introducing Jenny to my mom right now. My mom, Jenny and Jenny. Then I can't phonetically say the difference. Hey, Angel Sirs, you're welcome, Javi. All right, I gotta do another question here. Okay, Diana says, you received a message from the EDD saying need to register with the workforce agency in the state we moved to. Found a website that allows you to register with such, but it's not a state-run agency. On something like that, I would maybe try using the Ask EDD feature and saying like, hey, we got this notice, what agencies would be acceptable, and see if they respond to you. And even if they don't respond to you, also try through Contact Us. Even if they don't respond to you, there's going to be a written trail that you sent a message on such and such a date trying to seek out that information. You could also potentially try using the Find Your Rep assembly member link in the description of this video for whatever zip code you used to live in when you were here in the state of California, and seeing if they might know what agency that you should register with that would be acceptable. Thank you, Jenny, for saying hi to my mom. I am excited. Michelle, you're welcome. Oh, I'm glad that you caught the live because you're 3 hours ahead. And yeah, so I popped on early tonight because I've got my mom here and I'm gonna pop off late. Maybe I'll try and stay 10 minutes into the 9 o'clock time slot because you guys have been really understanding about me like just randomly moving my times on the Monday night lives around, and I really appreciate that. Dee wants to know, will we shut down again? I really don't think so. What they're really pushing is getting this done. They're saying, hey guys, we don't need to shut down because this is an option. And if everyone went and did this, we wouldn't need to shut down again. The governor I'm going to get a dry throat again. So let me take a drink of Pepsi. I don't normally drink soda, but we got pizza tonight. That's probably my throat's dry from too much salt. The governor, even last time he shut down, got a lot of like backlash. People said that he shouldn't have shut us down. People said that he had us shut down for too long, that the restrictions were too broad. Lots of people, Jenny Silver included, like her business wasn't able to continue because of the shutdown. And I'm not saying that Jenny Silver at all like disagrees with the shutdown, but like small businesses and a lot of industries were impacted by that shutdown. So a lot of people in different industries didn't want the shutdown to happen, and they don't want the shutdown to happen again. So even though like for safety reasons, maybe we personally think that a shutdown would be good and would keep us safe, the people in charge of making those decisions don't seem to be leaning that direction, at least not in this time. And like, honestly, my thoughts are, I get it and I want to keep us safe too, but I really hope that this doesn't get worse to the state where they actually would need to shut us down again. They maybe should be doing it now, but they're not. Here in Los Angeles, where I live, they've reinstated the mask mandate for when you're indoors. But I don't see us shutting down again. That's just my opinion, and I could definitely be wrong, but that's kind of what I think is going to happen. Angel Sir says, I love pizza. Where's my adult beverage? No, I can't drink on weeknights all the time. So tonight we're down to soda. Yep, pizza for dinner. That's probably why I got so chonky during quarantine. Thank you for understanding. Yeah, my mom's 74 and she's super awesome, not so great at hearing, super allergic to everything. So that's why we waited so long to get her vaccine. Even her daughter was not her daughter. I'm her daughter. Her doctor wasn't pushing her to get it. But finally, she decided to get it. Okay, Mega Ozzy, what timestamp is your question at? Or if you just want to answer it again, I'm kind of looking at the current comments right now. Probably going to go for about 15 more minutes. Travis, I don't think they're going to extend the $300. The $300 is a federal program. And as we know, 26 states, even one Democratic state, tried to end unemployment benefits early. Some of them are getting sued by their residents, and some of those lawsuits have been successful because they tried to take benefits away from those people. And then the people said, And then some of those states, the people have won back their benefits. But what a nightmare that must be to have the benefits stopped and now have them reinstated. There is not support at all on the federal level to extend that $300. And there are over 12 million Californians still getting unemployment benefits. And what would that be times 300? So you add 2 zeros, that would already be like 3-point-something billion. I don't see it. I don't see it happen. Bootsy's leaving. Marcia says, EDD has been good to you so far. I'm so glad. To all of you that are not having trouble on your claims, that makes me really happy. And thank you for your support on the channel. Amanda, can I help with your 903 question? Okay, let me scroll back up, Amanda, to 903 timestamp. And guys, this is not how my normal live streams go. Normally on Monday, they've been starting at about 9 p.m. For the first 45 minutes, I usually go in order. And then for the last 15 minutes, it's the wild, wild west. And I just do whatevs. But tonight we just skipped all around. I asked my mom her opinion on things. It's a different vibe today. And I appreciate you guys sticking with me through this. So Amanda says at 9:03, my certification disappeared. A reopen claim button pops up. And now I finally got FedEd extension last week. Now my balance is at 0. All my not paid certifications are gone, but 724 says paid. I don't have a clear answer on that. That sounds like a lot of things that shouldn't be happening. First of all, you probably shouldn't be on the FedEd extension right now. You should be on the last PEUC extension Tier 2 augmentation would be my guess. It shouldn't be FedEd yet. People that got FedEd for the most part either got it right before December or, yeah, really that's it. Nobody should really be on FedEd right now. Some people, they tried to place them on FedEd in March when a lot of our claims ended. But then even though the EDD, like I was told, oh, you're going to be put on a FedEd extension. And then I wasn't. They were like, no, you're because the PEUC extensions are supposed to supersede the FedEd extensions. So the last time people really should have been on a FedEd extension was before December of 2020. Anyway, your balance is 0. That is sometimes normal. That could mean that they're in the process of loading up the next extension for you. But if those certifications are just gone, I would maybe wait like till Wednesday to see if something clears on that on its own. And if not, I would probably be calling the EDD. And if it doesn't clear by Wednesday, you might want to try reaching out to your assembly member. Thank you, Mega Aussie. Did I ever find your question? I feel a little frazzled. I always feel frazzled on Mondays. It's always something on Mondays. Either I'm coming here straight from work, or like I've got my mom with me, or like, I don't even know. But thank you guys for putting up with me. Spider-Man says what helped him in Massachusetts was simple. You called your representative and they talked to the employment and got things moving. Yeah, the government officials, like whoever you reach out to, be it the mayor, the governor, your senators, your assembly members here in California are the best ones. Your representatives, They really seem to be the ones that are like the all-stars in this. Jenny Silver is supposed to be having a video soon. I hope I'm not spoiling it. A little sneak peek of one of her upcoming videos with like pretty much the best assembly member here in the state of California. Her name is, oh my goodness, am I going to mess it up? Lorena Gonzalez. And she is the representative for San Diego, but she has helped so many people that don't just live in San Diego. So Amanda, email your assembly member because yeah, that is a lot of stuff. They shouldn't have put. So what happened with, if you are on a FedEd claim right now, what happens is the reps are like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Like, you're not getting paid on the extension like you should be, but here's this other program where you might be able to get paid, and they should not be putting you on that program though, unfortunately. So yeah. Oh, your assembly member is scratching their head. It just sounds like they put you on the wrong program and they shouldn't have. Javi says, if the new variant, I don't know if I can even say that, gets out of hand, and the unemployment, or if the unemployment rate stays above 6%, they will have no choice to offer more extensions because I can see unemployment going above 7 8%. We haven't seen the full effects. I also believe we haven't seen the full effects in the stock market, in the job market, and all of that. I just don't know without federal backing to extend unemployment benefits. I'm going to be honest, maybe Jenny Silver does a lot of research. I don't know how much money is in the California budget to give these extensions. And if they do, now if our unemployment rate is above 6%, there's a mandatory FedEd would be in place, but only if you meet the earnings requirements and only if you were on regular unemployment or one of the extensions and you haven't already had FedEd on your unemployment claim. So I don't know if it's going to be eligible to everyone who's unemployed. And right now, because of the stimulus bill, FedEd is 100% federally funded if you were to go on it before September 4th. But after September 4th, the state pays 50% and the federal government pays 50%. So I just don't know how much money is in California's budget to extend these programs, especially because they just approved, it's not that new anymore, but they just sent $600 in the form of the Golden State stimulus to everyone. They just reopened. I do not think they were planning on this new variant causing these issues. All right, guys, I'm getting tired. So we're going to go for 8 more minutes. I don't know how many questions I can get. I'll just try and go fast. Guadalupe says, my claim was suspended on 12/26 because I was unable to verify my identity. Got verified on 4/17/21. I'm missing weeks to certify 1, 2 through 4/10. I'm a PUA and your claim began 3/20/20. So your situation is one where I would definitely email your assembly member, let them know what happened. That should be something fairly simple that your assembly member could help you with. And the link is in the description of this video. Tatiana says, when I certified for unemployment, when I got sick with COVID in January, I got unemployment for a few weeks. Then for some reason it stopped. Do you have any idea why it would have stopped and recertified? So sometimes there's a stop payment indicator on your claim. And if you said that you were too sick to work, usually unemployment wants you to switch over to a disability claim. And so that could be why they need to do a phone determination interview with you. And they're behind about 14 weeks on that. 4, 8, 12. So that really should only be about 3 months maximum. I would call or email your assembly member and ask them to find out why for you. I prefer emailing because I like the written trail with the dates that you reached out and what the response was. Raina, is there going to be another California stimulus? We'll have to see. Thank you, I Love Podcast. And thank you again for that earlier donation. I don't know. I don't want to speculate on that. I have not heard any talk about an additional stimulus. Eduardo, There is sort of an update on the MEUC program. One of the viewers in the live tonight said that they actually got their letter saying that they were approved for the program, but oddly enough, they were alerted that they were going to get 19 weeks under the program. I think that's back paid weeks, and they were expecting that they would get that amount all the way back to the week starting December 27th, but for some reason they didn't. They said that they were going to start on February 2nd. Anyway, she said that she got a letter notifying her that she had been approved for the program. And I think she said she got paid those 19 weeks. And then her next question was, how long do those payments go for? And the extra $100 a week should go through the week ending September 4th as well. And Pauline, thank you for the donation. I'll probably give all of the donations to my mom, even if you guys don't specifically say so. Pauline, I'm looking at the chat right now. If you have a question, please go ahead and ask it. And otherwise, just thank you for the super adorable sticker, which looks like a little Papa Bear kissing a baby bear. Amanda, hopefully we get stimulus. DC has $600 billion sitting there. That's a lot of money. Raymond says, I've been contacting EDD from UI online. No response. Your balance is $17,000. Your benefit year is still active, but you're not able to receive my payments and it's still telling me to certify with 10 weeks. Yeah, if you can certify, if it lets you, keep certifying for benefits. Since you've been pending for 10 weeks, let's abandon trying to get a hold of the EDD. Let's start trying to reach out to your assembly member, and the link on those assembly members is in the description of this video. Email them. Make sure to use the terminology, I am experiencing financial hardship because I haven't been paid in 10 weeks. Sometimes that term allows them to unlock additional tools to help get you paid faster. Thank you for the donation, NC. 1 month with fully reopening, but movies still kind of dead. I know, NC, because I work at a movie theater. Movies are still kind of dead. Somebody else saw like my interview. I did an interview in the Sunday LA Times a few weeks ago. And I tried to really stay positive, you know. So for me, I just went to the movies. I went for the first time since California's been reopened last night, and I saw Bo Burnham's Inside, which is simultaneously playing on Netflix. But for me, I get distracted when I try and watch something at home. I'm looking at my phone trying to answer your comments. I'm thinking about what video I need to film next. I'm thinking about what I should be doing instead of watching a movie on TV. So I'm not able to like sit there and enjoy it. When I go to the movie theater, I literally turn off my cell phone. That might just be where I work because our audience is awesome. So most of our audience is they're not like teenagers on their phone. We specialize in independent and foreign films. But unfortunately, it has been a little bit slower than I would have liked. But I think it'll come back because I think people do like being in the movies. Have a good night, Spider-Man. I'm really glad you popped in. I have not seen you in forever. So yeah, good to see you. Boulevard, what message did you get? Marcius, I didn't want to call EDD for pending weeks. You encouraged me to call. You called and got paid. Thank you. God bless you. And that's the thing, guys. Like, nobody wants to call the EDD. I get it. We shouldn't have to call the EDD. They should have their act together enough and be paying us without needing to call. But oftentimes calling, if you can get through, will fix it. So now seems like a good time to give those calling tips. Like someone said, between 8 a.m. and 8:30 a.m., right when they first open, Tuesday through Saturday. Sunday and Monday are always really difficult to get through, so I do not recommend trying to call on those days. So Tuesday through Saturday are good days to call the EDD. Good times to call the EDD are 8 a.m. to 8:30, right when they open, or a little bit later in the afternoon from 2:30 to about 4 p.m. After about 4 p.m., and for sure after 6 p.m., it seems like there's so many people in line holding to talk to a rep that it's impossible to get through. So yeah, okay. Boulevard says, benefits and find more information about your claim status is through, Boulevard, the department has automatically filed a PEUC Tier 2 extension for you in order to receive the benefits. Yeah, so that's just the next extension. So that's the extension that will take you through the week ending September 4th. Oh, that's a good message to get. Just ignore that and keep certifying and keep getting paid through the week ending September 4th. That is the exact message that a lot of people whose claim balances just hit zero. Boulevard just typed it literally all out in 3 different things in the chat. So that's what you want to see. You want to see that the EDD has filed that for you, and that's definitely good. Okay, so there's Patricia and Raymond. There are not necessarily good numbers to call the EDD. The one and only number that I've stuck with this whole time, well, I did try calling one other, but then right back to this one, is 833-978-2511. And then I'll say that again. Grab your pens if you need the number that I call the EDD with, 833-978-2511. But a lot of people are spending the $14.99 with the discount code pinned up at the top, commented, linked in the description down below, to use Claimer. And they're saying it's worth it. It's $14.99 if you use the discount link or the discount code. They only guarantee to get you through so that you can hold to talk to a rep, though. They don't guarantee that you will actually get your problem resolved. It does seem, though, like more often right now, once you talk to a rep, they're able to actually fix your claims. Like, I'm not seeing as often like, oh, I talked to a tier 2, they transferred me to, or I got a hold of a tier 1, they transferred me to a tier 2, and they weren't able to help me. It does seem like most of the time once you get through to the reps that they're able to fix your claim. And Ron, you're still pending and you certified on the 18th. So here's the thing. Even though when you certified, it's showing that that you're pending 2 weeks, I think the EDD is only counting from the 18th, the day that you certified. I think that counts as day 1 of the pending. I don't think they're counting the 2 weeks that you just certified. I think the 18th is what triggers the start of the 2 weeks that then would put you into the Pay Now conditional payment program. And the EDD has, I don't know if Jenny's still in here. Oh, I think I just got Splinter. Totally did. Probably have 2 chins while I look down to take this out. My chair is wood. All right, sorry. Okay. So anyway, so even if you have those conditional payments, it may take 2 weeks from the 18th for the EDD to even realize that. And then they have till I can't remember if it's middle of September or the end of September to actually get everyone paid who's pending. So it could still take a little while, which is why I've got that comment pinned at the top, like, hey, you may still want to call the EDD to get this stuff fixed. And I don't love saying that. But it still might be the fastest thing to do. All right, we're going to do Debbie's question. Oh, good. Debbie's got one of 2 questions. So we're going to do Debbie's, and then I gotta go because I'm sleepy. And you guys, if you're just popping in, I do normally go live at 9 p.m. on Mondays, but my mom had this thing today. So she's staying with me and she's here. She popped on earlier into the live. And I don't want to like ignore her, and I want to make sure she's okay. Also, it's like incredibly hot in here because she was getting the chills. And so now I'm sweating. So I'm going to go and like handle that after I do Debbie's 2-parter. All right. 1 of 2. Son received a few residual checks during the quarterly review. He tried to report the earnings, but it asked the dates worked, which was years ago. When you add a later date, it rejects. Okay. So if he's got residuals from years ago, is that like royalties? Because YouTube's now considered royalties, and or is that considered self-employment? I think there's the section that says, did you work or earn any wages? And you answer no to that. And then it takes you to that second page, and that's where it asks about royalties. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that royalties and residuals are actually the same thing. So even if you did the work previously, you would report those in the week you got paid. But here's the good news about things that are listed on that second page, like sick pay, WARN pay, jury duty. Those aren't considered earned income, so they usually do not lower your weekly benefit amount. Debbie, you've got a 3-parter? You tricked me, Debbie. No, I'm kidding. I'm happy to answer your question. Okay, so 2 of 3. Now his payments are pending. It's probably a separate issue. It probably does not have to do with those residual payments. It's probably odd timing, but I'm going to guess it doesn't have to do with this. But I'm guessing because I don't work for the EDD. He has tried to contact the EDD for weeks. Using claimer kept getting hung up on after hours on hold. That stinks. Call claimer, email support@claimer.com. Make sure to let them know that that's happening. They should honor giving you more free calls. Part 3 of 3 on Debbie's two-parter says, sent a message to the assembly member. Got one response that they would redirect the message to an EDD person, then never heard back. So in your case, Debbie, what I really like to do, Mike Jones, are you hitting on Jenny Silver in my stream? I understand a lot of you love her. She is a married lady. So Debbie, I would follow up with your assembly member. If you emailed, try forwarding that email again and just say, hey, I didn't hear back from you. Have you had a chance to look into this? If you try that, you might also want to follow up with a phone call and be like, hey, I sent you an email on this date. Can you tell me the status? The assembly members are usually pretty good. So just call or email them and ask them what the status of that was. Okay, here comes my mom. All right, here, Mom, come say goodnight. One more time. Say goodnight. Oh, she's gonna sit down. Should we do one more question or are you tired?
I'm here.
Oh, she's here again. So you guys, if you missed it earlier, here is my mom. Hi. Okay. Oh, Andy, you just got your money. That is awesome. Amanda, good night. Oh, look, they're all going good night too. So, Raphael, you're welcome. Angel Sirs, they saying you're cute. I would like my mom to find a boyfriend because then it wouldn't just be me taking care of her. Don't you want a boyfriend? So if anybody knows any single seniors.
No, thank you.
Yes, please. What about me, Mom? Should I have a boyfriend?
Yeah. But a good one.
Oh, a good one. Okay. Oh, look, Rich DM, if you're still in here, it's my mom. Andy says I was still, and that's Ann D, not Andy. I don't know what is wrong with my enunciation. Anyway, I was still pending this morning, called, and 2.5 hours later, everything was fixed. It was the quarterly review. Yeah, and the quarterly review, you guys, if you're newly pending, and this is my definition of newly pending, anytime July 10th or after, I'm not sure that that's caught in the EDD conditional payments, the Pay Now program yet. Like I feel like for some reason it hasn't registered on the EDD side that they should be paying you now. So I do tend to think that calling them is going to be a little bit faster. And most of the time it is just quarterly review now. It's not how you answered work search. It's not because of residual payments. It's usually not any of that right now. It's normally because of this quarterly review. And it's not your quarter. It's every quarter, April, July, October. The EDD is going to have these quarterly reviews if your claim is older than a year. And even though it's a pain to get through, I do think that the fastest way, I think it's going to be faster than waiting on the EDD to release the conditional payments or the Pay Now program, to call if you've only been pending since like 7/10. If you've been pending a little bit longer, it does seem like they're starting to release those payments. Oh, they said everyone will be pending. Ooh, oh my God, I can't believe we made it this long. If you guys are still in the live, I'm about to drop some gold nuggets right now. Again, this is just a theory, but go with me on this. So a lot of my viewers that have been pending for 6, 8, 10, 16, 17 weeks, they have let me know that their payments got paid, which is amazing and it's great. And then they told me that they certified this past Sunday. You guys know that normally it would switch to paid that same day, 72 hours later at the latest, but it hasn't switched to paid yet. It's still stuck on pending. And this is what I think. So they paid those back weeks under the Pay Now conditional payments, but they've even said like they're not removing the flags. You're still going to have to do your phone determination interviews. The issue that caused you to go pending in the first place, some of it no fault of your own, that's going to still be there to get your claims. So you're going to get paid. And then if you haven't had your phone determination interview or whatever, I think the very next time you certify, and this is just a theory because the flag hasn't been removed, I think you're immediately going to get stuck in pending again. That's the golden piece of information. So it's frustrating, but very typical of the EDD. So guys, let me know in the comments, do you think that's what's going to happen? But yeah, I think they're going to release your pending payments, and then the very next time you certify, it might get stuck again. Andy is saying yes, yes, yes. So, but Andy, when you called and actually spoke to someone, they removed that flag. They removed the quarterly review flag. So in your situation, since you called and had them remove the flag, I don't think it's going to happen again. Okay, I'm really going because my throat's dry and my mom is looking tired and doing weird things with her mouth. She's going, I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, is the how do you feel? Tired?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it past your bedtime?
Good night.
Okay. All right. Good night. Thank you guys so much for watching Shelly's Millions. Thank you guys for understanding about the different format and the further different time. It is extremely frustrating. Esteban, ask me you guys didn't get to your question tonight. I will not be in the comments after the video, but I will try and check them in the morning. And I will try and get to them there. All right, everyone, have a good night. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.